What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Atomic Dom's Sobro Garage. This interesting angle is coming from underneath the vehicle, although I am sitting where the transmission goes and with my head inside the cab. Yeah, this is weird, but here's what we got going. So we are going to finish up with squaring up this Crown Vic front end into our 1960 F100. So let me flip this camera around and let me show you what I got going, because I have a wonderful piece of garage engineering that includes ratchet straps. So today we're trying to square up this Crown Vic front end and get it attached to the frame rails on my 1960 F100. So I know there's a lot of guys out there doing this, so this might be a helpful hint because I got a little Sobro garage ingenuity going on with a ratchet strap. So this trailing arm that's underneath here, all right, this trailing arm and this bushing, and this has a center post that comes out with a nut that screws this bushing to the center, to the trailing arm. So that needs to be 33 inches from the center of the other side of the frame rail, okay? And the two pieces, the two bushings need to be 33 inches apart, okay? So in order to achieve that, what I did is I took this ratchet strap, wrapped it around this trailing arm, cranked it down until I got to my 33 inches. Once I did that, I clamped it, and now she's ready for welding. See there? So these are the two mirrored plates that we often see out there that people talk about. Got me some grade 8 running through there, and she's all ready to tack up and make sure that her measurements are right. So I know it's a bit crafty and it's a bit kind of janky, and shade tree-ish, but it works. It'll keep you exactly on 33 inches if that's what you need to be. So there it is, a little Sobro ingenuity, I guess. I'm sure if Clay from Texas Know-How would have thought of that. It seems like something he would do. I thought that was pretty ingenious. That's a compliment, by the way. Anyhow, so there it is, ratchet strap. Pull it over. It'll hold your 33 inches or whatever it is you feel your measurement needs to be. I was told it was 33. It'll hold it in place until you can kind of get a tack on it. And then remeasure, because you know things like you move once you weld them. So I believe that's how it's done. If it's not how it's done, here's a new way. Alright, I'm out. So here's what I got going. We just talked about the trailing arms and the bushings and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to give you an update on how I was progressing on getting these frame tubes in. So I drilled smaller holes just so I wouldn't waller out the frame too badly, you know. I just wanted to make sure everything was square and centered, and then it got to the hole just fine before I put that final hole in it that'll accept that sleeve. So you can see that's kind of where I am. I just kind of drop this down in there just for grins. So just put it in that way just to make sure that everything's going to be sitting straight. So frame tube, so this frame tube will sit here, right? It'll sit on the inside of that. What I'll do is I'll drill that hole out bigger so it'll accept that, drop it down through so it sits right here, and this top perch will sit on top of this section here. So I don't know, we should probably talk about this because I know there's a lot of guys doing different things out there. You can use, I bought that drawn over mandrel tube, that DOM tube, which is really thick wall, and it's great stuff, but it has no threads on the inside. So I don't know, maybe it's an advantage for some, maybe it's not. I got to think that the engineers at Ford put these threads in here. You know, the bottom is not threaded, it's just hollow, but once you get towards the top, that's where the threads begin. So I got to think the engineers at Ford were thinking they're going to lock that large bolt into the top of this as it's welded to the frame, which really locks that front end into the frame itself, and they becomes one unit. So don't know, couldn't tell you if it's good or bad to put just the hollowed out tube in there and a spacer. I really don't know, I'm not an engineer, but I gotta think if they were doing this, it's probably did it for a reason. So I'm waiting on these. I went to go cut the other 3 out of the Grand Marquis that I got the front end from. And apparently I hit my marker in time, so it got crushed and I didn't get the tubes out. So now I had to order 3 more. And apparently the company says they were in stock, but now they're back ordered. So it might be the drawn over mandrel tube anyway. But so in case you're wondering about what you might want to do with this stuff, I suggest use these factory frame tubes. You can order them brand new from Ford too. They're kind of spendy. So that's just my suggestion. It's not even really a suggestion, it's an option. It's a thin opinion is what it is. So that's my thin opinion on frame tubes and getting this stuff all put together. So I'm so close, gents. I like it, and I like my progress. Take my time, not get in a hurry, and let's come along. All right, on this rainy day, I'm out. Maybe go watch some college football. Later.